Lacey. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be filming my breastfeeding update. A few of you guys on Instagram asked me if I will be filming a breastfeeding update, so I figured that I would do that. So today I am 6 weeks postpartum. So Isaiah, who is breastfeeding right now, he is 6 weeks. I can't believe I'm already 6 weeks postpartum. It flew by, guys. Like, it flew by. I can't even explain how fast it went. It seems like just yesterday. We were having Thanksgiving in the hospital, and he was just born 2 days before that. Well, he was born on the 20th. I forget when Thanksgiving was, but we were in the hospital. We had Thanksgiving in the hospital, and Isaiah was born 6 weeks ago. So today I'm going to be just letting you guys know this is my 5th baby if you don't already know, and this is my first time that I'm breastfeeding. I did not breastfeed my other babies for health reasons. There's quite a few reasons why I didn't breastfeed my other babies, and a few of you would like to see a video on that as well. So if you guys stay tuned, I will be filming a video on why I did not breastfeed my 4 previous babies, but I am breastfeeding my 5th baby. So breastfeeding is going very well. We haven't had much trouble at all besides the very beginning when my breasts and nipples were just so sore. I didn't think I would get past it because it hurt so bad, but I did some research. I joined some groups on Facebook, some breastfeeding groups, and I got a lot of good information that I put into breastfeeding. Could not live without the Earth Mama nipple butter. And this stuff right here saved me, guys. Without this stuff, I don't think I would have been able to continue with breastfeeding because it hurt so bad. My nipples were cracked, they were dry, they had blisters. It was very painful. And a lot of people say that that's why they quit, because it was so painful. I believe that the nipple butter played a huge part in me continuing breastfeeding just because of the pain that it reduced by using this. Because the nipple butter helped me so much through the first weeks of breastfeeding, I did continue breastfeeding, and here I am 6 weeks. It's still painful at times. Actually, yesterday I discovered a very small blister that I do have right now, so it does still hurt, but just nowhere near as bad as it did in the beginning. And I just assumed that the first few weeks, the first few months even maybe, of breastfeeding would be the hardest. That's what I hear, and so far that's what I'm experiencing. Hopefully I'm able to breastfeed him for a year. That's my goal, is a year. So it's going very well. I have not had to breastfeed out in public yet. That's actually one of my fears. I don't feel comfortable breastfeeding in public. I haven't tried it yet, but I don't feel comfortable with the idea of myself breastfeeding in public. As far as others breastfeeding in public, go for it. I don't feel that you should not breastfeed in public. If that's how you do it, if that's how you feel comfortable doing it, if you feel comfortable doing it, if you just want to whip out a breast in public, then that's you. And I think that everyone should feed their baby when they're hungry. But for me, I just feel like people would stare, and I don't like when people stare. I don't like attention being brought to me, especially out in public where there's a ton of people, because I have severe anxiety. And I feel if someone is staring at me, I just feel super uncomfortable, and I get very anxious and nervous, and I just don't feel right. So I feel that if I'm breastfeeding in public, even if people are not staring at me, I feel that I may feel that everyone is staring at me and just not feel comfortable with it. But that's why I do have nursing covers, which I could not find one right now. So this is like a little muslin swaddle, which I love. So that's what he's being covered with right now, and I don't think he likes it too much, but I don't feel like I should show you guys my whole breast on camera because it would be like out there, like bam. But I can tell that he feels a little uncomfortable being covered while breastfeeding, which I would imagine all babies would feel uncomfortable being covered while they're just trying to eat. So I don't know, I kind of have mixed feelings about it. Yeah. Sorry guys, hubby walked in. It seems like every time I'm filming, hubby walks in, or one of the kids walk in. Someone always walks in on me. But as I was saying, if I was a baby, I probably would not feel comfortable with being covered while I eat. But it is what it is. I don't want people staring, and I don't want anyone around me to feel uncomfortable, since everyone has mixed feelings about breastfeeding, even though it's supposed to be so natural. I mean, it is so natural. I know a lot of people just don't want to see it in public, and I know they probably don't want their kids to see it if they have kids, but it is what it is. If that's what you do, that's what you do. But I just feel like that's not for me. But if I really had to and it came down to it, I would, because my baby needs to eat. But if I can help it, I try not to breastfeed in public out there without a nursing cover. The thing that I have been using a lot is my Haka. This is called a Haka, and you can get it from Amazon. It has a little suction thing on the bottom so you don't spill the milk. So while baby is eating on one breast, you suction this to your other breast and the milk leaks out. So when baby is eating on one breast, your other breast leaks milk, and I noticed that since the beginning, and my breast pads would be covered. I just thought it was so weird. But in one of my groups, I heard a mom talking about the Haka and how you can get it on Amazon for like $13. That's it. There's different kinds, different brands. There are some that come with like a little stopper right here and a suction, so you make sure you don't spill the milk at all. But this one just has the suction. It was, I believe, $12.99, like I said, and I love it. So when baby is eating on this side, almost always I suction this to the other breast, and I get a decent amount of milk. Probably every single time I breastfeed, I get at least 2 ounces, if not 4, 3. I get a lot. So I noticed that all of that milk was going to waste, and I didn't know what I could do about it, since I would like to store milk just in case. I found this, well, I was told about it, and I bought it, and it's probably the best thing ever because I have so much milk stored away. Not so much milk like I probably should have 6 weeks postpartum, but a lot of milk for me because I didn't plan on freezing and storing away any milk. But now that I have this, I do store away and freeze milk in case of an emergency. So this has seriously been the best thing, because when I didn't have this, I would pump before I would go somewhere, so I could leave Bernie at home with the baby. I could leave some bottles for him, a bottle or 2 while I'm gone, doing whatever if I couldn't take him with me. Since, like I said, I don't really like breastfeeding in public, so that's another thing. I actually take bottles out when we do go anywhere. Probably like a bottle or 2 I take out with me when we go somewhere, and then if I run out of bottles while we're still out, if it takes longer than expected, I will feed Isaiah in the car. So that's not too bad, because I know that if I run out of milk, I always have my breast and I could just go in the car and feed him if need be. But if we are out and we know we're going to be out for a little while, I do use this, and if I don't put it in the bottle, then the milk that I have in the fridge for that day, I will just store in the freezer at the end of the night with the Lancino, I think it is, Lancino breast milk storage bag. So this has been a great thing for me if you breastfeed. I definitely suggest that you get the nipple butter. They have many different nipple creams and nipple butters, but this has been the one that I've purchased twice already, and I will be repurchasing. And the Haka, I'll probably be purchasing a bigger one as well, because this one fills up pretty quick now. This one goes up to 4 ounces, and I've gotten 4 ounces quite a few times just on one feed, and then it starts to like leak out the top if you get too much, because your nipple is suctioned onto it, so it's squeezed and the milk goes up further than it would if it was not squeezed or suctioned onto your breast. If you are a new mom or a first time breastfeeding mom, I suggest those 2 things. So as far as my update, like I said, it's been going well. I have not had to breastfeed in public yet. I'm sure it'll happen as baby gets bigger and demands more milk. I'll probably underestimate the amount of bottles and breast milk that he needs while we're out sometimes. But I will always carry my nursing covers with me, and I always have my car that I could always go to if I don't feel comfortable feeding him wherever. Like when I have family over, I will feed him in this room, which is his room and my room and hubby's room. It's like a co-sleeping, bed-sharing nursery. He does sleep with us. You okay? So I think that breastfeeding is going great for us. I love it. Me and Isaiah have a bond that's different than my other kids. It's not better, it's not more loving, it's just a different bond because I'm his source of food. It's just different. I don't really know how to explain it, but we have that bond that I now know that all breastfeeding mothers talk about, and it's great. I love breastfeeding. It's going so well for us. I hope that we can breastfeed until a year, since babies need breastfed or formula fed for a year. I hope that I can provide milk for him that long, but if not, I don't know what the future holds. So, you know, things happen. But what I do to keep my milk supply up, I also wanted to share with you guys, is eat at least 1 bowl of oatmeal a day. Oatmeal is supposed to increase the amount of milk that you have. And I do stay hydrated. I drink a ton of water, and I notice that on the days I drink more water than others, that my milk supply is just constantly coming in and my breasts are just constantly so full. So I do suggest oatmeal and drinking a ton of water to stay hydrated if you are trying to keep your milk supply up. And I know there's a bunch of other things that you can research as well, but I have not tried anything else. That's all I've tried, and I'm thankful that I am able to breastfeed him this long, and so far so good. So I hope that we can go a year. Fingers are crossed. So don't mind the hair, guys. I have not had time to do my hair like in so long, and it's super long now from the pregnancy and the vitamins and everything. So it's like a mess. I get out the shower, put some leave-in conditioner in it, and I live in Florida, so the humidity can be bad and it's just always hot. So my hair has been a frizzy mess pretty much ever since I had Isaiah, but that's alright. I try to do my makeup as much as possible and dress nice, so the hair comes last. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, and comment down below some other videos or routines that you guys would like to see. Isaiah is getting fussy. He's like, get this thing off of me. And I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.